Heat embossing creates an elegant look to any card or scrapbook page. It's also the basis for many other stamping techniques. Although heat embossing makes your projects look very advanced, it's actually one of the easiest techniques to do. Let me show you some of the tools that you'll need for heat embossing. To begin, you're going to need a good embossing tool, and the one that I'm using is the one by Marvy. Next, you're going to need an anti-static pad. This pad will remove static from your cardstock. You're going to need good embossing powder. I'm using the Ranger Super Fine Detail because my image is very fine detailed. You're going to need a stamp pad, and in this case I'm using Versamark. It's great for embossing and all kinds of other techniques. A rubber stamp and some cardstock. To begin, take your anti-static pad and rub it all over your cardstock to remove static from the cardstock. This way, embossing powder will only stick where you want it. Next, ink up your stamp using some Versamark or other pigment ink. You don't want to use dye ink for this because dye ink dries quickly. You want to use an ink that will stay wet so that when you sprinkle your embossing powder over it, it will stick to the wet ink. And I'm going to stamp this cross image. Now I know you can't see that on film, but there's actually a little watermark there so I can see where the cross is. And now I'm going to work over a scratch piece of paper, and I'm going to sprinkle my embossing powder over my image, just like this. And then I'm going to tap away all the excess. Now if you see any on there, it's okay to blow the excess away. Just don't blow it right over the embossing powder or that will go all over the place. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Now using my embossing gun, I'm going to hold the embossing gun right over certain areas of the embossing powder until I see it turn shiny. You don't want to do this like you're blow drying your hair back and forth. You want to just kind of lean right on one spot until you see it change and then just work your way around, just like this. And you'll be able to see it change right before your eyes. And now I have my embossed image. Embossing powders come in all kinds of colors and in clear for use with colored pigment inks and other stamping techniques. They come in different weights, such as fine detail for detailed images, a more regular weight for chunkier stamps, and ultra thick for other cool techniques. Here's a card project that I made using the image that I just embossed that required no coloring, yet the results are dramatic and elegant. Because heat embossing is so quick and easy, it's a great technique to call on whenever you have to mass produce card projects like wedding invitations and holiday cards.